sun, digging deeper to discover. Be strong.
Well, South Africa's #1 acoustic rock band Watershed has made their long-awaited return to the South African music scene, debuting their latest album at the end of last month, which is now on shelves and available online as well. Entitled Watch the Rain, the dynamic ensemble's latest offering is set to be their greatest album to date. Well, to tell us more about their new album and their musical journey, we are joined in studio by leading vocalist Craig Hines. Craig, always a pleasure to have you on Morning Live. Welcome to the program.
Thanks, Leanne.
Congratulations on the new album.
Thank you. It's been a while.
It has. How long has it been?
Our 4th studio album was 2008, and this is our 5th. So we've had 7 years since a studio album.
Wow, 7-year break.
Yeah.
What if? I mean, I know that you did a solo album in between all of that. How did that go for you?
Yeah, very good. You know, it was something that I've always wanted to do, and Howie, our drummer, has also done a solo album during that time. I think after so many years of being in a band, the guys, you know, you want to go and do something. So it wasn't that Watershed had ever sort of stopped. We were always touring as a band, but the solo album started to pop out. But unfortunately, the minute the solo album was released, we all decided to do another Watershed album, so not much focus went into the solo thing.
Yeah. What's easier for you, the solo thing, or the Watershed thing? I mean, now you can draw a comparison?
Yeah, I think the Watershed thing is easier because people know the band. Sort of our planning for album releases and touring is a lot easier. If you're doing a solo album, you're really going back to square one. Yeah. You need people to know about who you are as an individual. Song-wise, there's no pressure because it's a solo thing. It's your first one.
Yeah.
So I suppose they're
pros and cons
to both.
Yeah. But it's always nice to work with the guys and your sounder. But your sound has evolved quite a bit in this, and from what I'm listening to, it sounds much more mature. How would you say it's evolved? Because it's been a while, 2008 till now.
I think it's just practicing and experience. I think one's voice matures in time. You learn how to work the voice better. On the new album, we've almost on a lot of the tracks, besides tracks like Don't Give Up, Magical Energy, which is our first single, which is on high rotation on radio at the moment. We've gone fairly sort of in a country direction, and I think it probably stems from a lot of songwriting in Nashville, a lot of writing in LA, a lot of writing in New York, and we've put in a lot of mandolins and ukuleles and those sort of real trad instruments, you know, and I think that's in Watershed's blood.
That's incredible. Were you staying, excuse my ignorance, but were you actually staying in the States for a while? Were you touring in the States, or was it just that you were working on the album when you were spending time there?
We have toured there before, but it's more the songwriting side of it, spending time there, working with other writers, working with a band back here. But it seems to, those sorts of songs just seem to come naturally to us. If you go back to the first album where songs like Great Day and Yesterday Again and all those songs, you know, this 5th album of ours, Watch the Rain, is we're pulling out a lot of that stuff, which you know, as I said earlier, which feels natural for us.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I think it's a wonderful thing. Who did you work with on this particular album?
Various producers, actually. Mark Belling was the main producer. He probably did 80% of the album. And then within the band, we did Gideon Boertes and Howie. We did 3 songs together. The Kaleskis did 2 of them. So we moved around a little bit with production. But at the end, I think it's about tying it all together. So when you listen from song A to song K, it sort of makes sense. You know?
Now, I know you're going on a big tour, so this is where you go out, promote the album, and also just introduce South Africa to this new thing. So your tours, where are you going to?
Yeah, so to start off with, we'll be in South Africa. I think we need to really work this album, and I think as most bands understand that, you know, we need to tour a lot more nowadays. So we'll be on the road from now until, I would imagine, end of April in South Africa. just really working the album, chatting about it, performing as much as we can, and then start picking up for Europe. We've always had a great market in Europe, and it's definitely part of the plan to get out there with this album.
Fantastic. So get onto the Watershed website. It's watershed.co.za. You can find all of the details there of the band and their tour dates, where they'll be performing, and get a copy of the album. Obviously, it's in record stores, but it's also on iTunes, no doubt.
Yeah, so what we've done is we've put it in stores for a couple of weeks. It'll be on iTunes in a week or two,
okay.
but it is in store.
Yeah.
And it's really, there's something cool about getting out there, going to the store and buying that album. There's some cool pictures in it. All the lyrics are there. It's a cool thing. It's
I agree with you. I agree with you. And I know you said mine is sitting somewhere in this building. So I want my copy. I was telling another band that came here the other day, I don't know what's happened to the days of when you hand over that CD and say, here we go, this is it, brand new. Nowadays it's like, go to iTunes, just download it, it's there. Yeah. It's not the same feel, is it?
It'll be there, but the website's got everything, all the videos, all the everything.
Craig, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Awesome, I look forward to it. Good luck with it, I hope it goes well. Get your hands on a copy if you can, and remember in a week or two it will be available on iTunes as well. It's called Watch the Rain, and it's Watershed's new album. Craig Hines, thanks so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Craig will be playing us out this morning as well. Let's take a quick break.
How about if I just stay inside and watch the rain?